welcome to GameTitle Reviews.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Gaming Information Station, bringing you honest reviews and reliable information on the latest games out there. Today we'll be talking about the colorful and visually striking world of Splatoon 2. This series was first introduced on the Wii U back in 2015 and made its way to Nintendo Switch in 2017, with this more successful follow-up title. This sequel contains a story-driven single-player campaign and various multiplayer modes. Splatoon 2 was a massive success. It sold twice as many copies versus what the original Splatoon did, and is the 12th best-selling title on the Nintendo Switch. A third installment, Splatoon 3, is set to launch by September 9, 2022. So join us as we literally dive headfirst into the chaos of the latest Splatfest in our review of Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 is a multiplayer-focused third-person shooter game, where your main objective is often spatter the world with ink before the opposing team does, creating a dance of colorful ink-filled chaos that makes Nickelodeon's aesthetic look neat. The game features a unique mechanic that allows every player to transform as a squid that gives the ability to quickly swim through puddles of your team's ink. It's a fun and invigorating contest of coloring and marking your territory within a 3 to 5 minute timer per game. An average of 6 hours is needed to finish the single-player hero mode known as Octo Canyon, and it is perfect for people who are interested in experiencing the slimy craziness of Splatoon without being forced to connect with other players. The story takes you to a hidden underground canyon where the Octarians reside, which is a race of octopus creatures ruled by DJ Octavio. Your main goals are to retrieve the recently stolen Great Zapfish, which is an extremely large creature that powers all of Inkopolis, and looking for the pop idol Callie, who has also gone missing. Story mode will suck you into the game, with a variety of mechanics you can take advantage of in every stage, along with some unique boss fights that find a pleasant balance between challenging and addicting. Splatoon 2's multiplayer modes are invigorating and frenzy-filled. You'll be using ink-based weapons to splatter ink on the ground, walls, and surfaces within a time limit, and the team with the highest percentage of coverage wins the match. Not only that, you can also attack your opponents with ink to take them down and have them respawn again at their base. But it does get frustrating when they start doing the same thing to you, so you really gotta watch out. The first time we entered the game and entered the tutorial phase, the controls were set to motion control by default, in which you'd have to move your Switch or controllers to look around. Veterans swear by the motion controls for its accuracy, and we did find it a lot easier to aim and play this way. It takes a while to get used to, but things start to click smoothly once you settle in. However, if you tend to get motion sickness, you can easily turn off the motion control and use the analogs to look around. There are a variety of weapons, clothes, and accessories available in the game. Some you'll get access to as you level up. The weapons are divided into different categories, which we found amusing since the weapons were very unique to the game. You have your shooters, which act like your typical shooting guns that fire small blobs of ink in quick succession. The rollers function like your ordinary paint roller that you can roll on the ground but also be used to whack your opponents. And the sloshers work kind of like splashing paint from a bucket. Fun, right? The umbrellas, from the word umbrella, act like shotguns that can turn into an umbrella shield because everyone knows that umbrellas are the best kind of protection. Choosing between weapons that can also have different sub-weapons like bombs and mines, as well as partnering them with gears that have upgrades is one of the things we enjoyed the most in the game. Splatoon 2 has 4 multiplayer modes available, namely League Battle, Ranked Battle, Regular Battle, and Private Battle. Regular Battle is your casual Splatoon match without its ranking system. You can play Turf War battles under this mode wherein 2 teams of 4 players attempt to cover the most ground with their team's ink color in under 3 minutes. And whoever has the highest percentage of coverage wins. This is best for beginners who want to get a feel of the game and is also best to practice and improve on before taking up the challenge to a ranked match. Ranked Battle, on the other hand, has the same format as a regular battle, but the stakes are higher, since you have a rank to improve on or maintain. Keep in mind that Turf Wars in this mode last for 5 minutes. Once you hit level 10, more sub-modes will be available aside from Turf Wars, which can be thrilling due to the increasing variety of ways to enjoy this game. These sub-modes include Splat Zones, where there are only specific zones that are to be covered in ink, and your team must be able to defend these particular points until the timer runs out in order to emerge victorious. We also have Tower Control, where players must take control of the tower in the middle of the map and ride it towards the enemy base. Rainmaker is similar to Capture the Flag, where players must grab and take the Rainmaker weapon to a pedestal near the opposing team's spawn point. and the team who carries it furthest towards the pedestal wins. Last but not least is Clam Blitz, where players pick up clams scattered around the stage and throw these clams into their respective goals. The stage is available for each game mode in Splatoon 2, rotate every 2 hours. Pearl and Marina of the pop idol duo, Off the Hook, will report these stage rotations on Inkopolis News whenever you log in back into the game. This is kind of unfortunate for those who prefer a specific map, but we found it okay since it encourages the gameplay loop to vary and be less repetitive. League Battle is a multiplayer mode where you can co-op for about 2 hours in a ranked play. You can either team up by a pair or a group of 4 and compete with other teams to earn as many points as possible. A ranking system called League Power will show the results of your rank after the game. This is best for those who want to form a league group along with other players online and conquer the Inkopolis stages. Private Battle is a multiplayer mode where groups of 2 to 8 friends can play together in customized matches. You can access it via online in the Deca Tower or locally in the Shoal, and you can either connect with friends online or via wired LAN. Oh, and also, 2 spectators can watch the battles in addition to the 8 players. The host can select the mode, stage of their choice, and adjust certain settings, like setting the ability to turn secondary abilities on or off. Though do take note, Private Battle does not give rewards like battle points and does not affect the player's rank, but is indeed lots of fun when you have friends who you just want to casually splat around with. A new co-op mode with up to 4 players was introduced in Splatoon 2. The Salmon Run is kind of like a horde and capture the flag mode with mini-bosses. It becomes an engrossing experience as you and your teammates start to progress through the increasingly difficult waves. Matchmaking in Splatoon 2 goes smoothly and steadily, as long as you have a decent internet connection. The only thing that's kind of frustrating is that the matchmaking is region locked due to a lack of the option to pick a server, so queuing will depend on the number of people playing in your region. You can also be matched to players with a big level gap than you, which we found absurd because it doesn't really seem fair nor balanced. It might be based on a player's previous matches if they did well or not. Consistently winning and having a high kill ratio will often get you matched with people who also perform well regardless of level. It does become incredibly frustrating when getting disconnected during a match, since you can't really reconnect once you're gone. It'll definitely grind anyone's gears knowing that they'll lose all of their XP with no way to get back. Another drawback is that you can't leave nor customize your loadout once you've entered the matchmaking lobby, though you do get the option to quickly switch gears before a rematch. We're really looking forward to Nintendo doing something about these issues. Server choice and a better matchup with players around your skill level and rank would definitely better. Also, an AFK mode could be implemented for those who are getting disconnected and allowing them to come back to the game once they settle their connection issues, which also ensures that the team they're currently in isn't gonna be severely punished. Choosing between handheld mode and dock mode varies depending on the situation and preference of the player. Handheld mode is convenient when you're on the go and you can't afford to remove the controllers from the Switch. But if we can't afford to do so, we do prefer dock mode, especially if you also need to have your Switch charged and if you're using a LAN cable for your internet connection. Oh, and if you also have tiny hands and holding your Switch becomes difficult, dock mode is definitely the key. The overall character animations, frame rate, design, and visuals of the game are smooth and vibrant. It's visually pleasing and will never dull you out, paired with its lively and fun soundtrack that pumps up your energy as you splash and splatter ink everywhere, anywhere. Playing the game for the first time may be confusing and difficult, and you might get frustrated for getting splattered and respawning all the time or not winning any matches. But this will actually encourage you to play more and get better at the game. You'll be able to get your footing quickly and start splattering ink more effectively and make significant contributions to help your team. The solo campaign can also get challenging at times, but we still found it fun and enthralling. You really get to challenge yourself and try again quickly in order to adjust to what needs to be done and what technique to effectively use to beat enemies and bosses. To wrap things up, Splatoon is a thrilling and vibrant game of splattering ink that's engrossing and will challenge you to the best of your abilities, along with your friends and other players online. It's a massive success following its first release from the Wii U, and we look forward to Nintendo addressing issues and improving the game more in the upcoming Splatoon 3. This game may look like a kid's game as some may perceive it, but we're telling you, you will get addicted to this game once you enter this world of colorful ink. It's not as simple as splashing ink everywhere. It will fire you up and will make you think of every possibility to ensure your team gets the win you're aiming for. The story and lore in Splatoon 2 will come to pull you in, and you wouldn't want to drop your controller down anytime. So if you're not up to chaotic, fast-paced type of games, Splatoon 2 may be a difficult game for you to play. If you prefer playing solo mode games and Splatoon 2's solo mode isn't up to your sleeves, then this may not be the game for you, as Splatoon 2's main focus is still its multiplayer game modes. But despite all that, and considering all the fun we had playing this game, we're giving Splatoon 2 an 8 out of 10. So, what are your thoughts about Splatoon 2? Are you also looking forward to Splatoon 3 and what Nintendo may improve and introduce alongside it? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for staying with us on this gaming review, and we'll see you on the next one.